We're going live. Is anybody here? Is anybody joining? Hello, TikTok. You're going to make us live? Hello. Looks like some people just joined. Steve-O, what's happening? Quick on the trigger tonight, dude. I just got back from a little networking event. What's shaking? These CEO dinners in Denver called Thunderview. So I was thunder viewing. Ba-dum bum ba-da bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da ba ba. 0 likes. What the hell is going on, people? Got 11 people in here. I haven't said a word. Why would I not have any likes? Come on. Techie Becky, what's happening? Tyron Truth, hello. There's the likes. Let's get this like game going. I feel like all the irregulars have been slacking off on their like game competition. We gotta fix that shit. Because otherwise we can't...
You can make money with ChatGPT!
Can't make money without the likes. Although, from all I can gather, the likes... There's no money associated with the likes. I think they're just... I don't know. I think they're just a game. This whole platform is just a gamified mess, isn't it? I know. Here's 6 other ways to pump their dopamine. Oh, man. Welcome, everybody. Getting a little bit of a late start tonight. I won't be on too long, but we'll have a good time. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. There's Jim Ross, AI superstar, doing some cool stuff, getting articles written about him, just killing it. How'd he do that? He just paid attention. Well, he's got other skills too. He's like applying it. But man, the opportunity right now, you just got to pay attention. So, what we do here, a little bit about my background. I'm an entrepreneur, many-time entrepreneur, officially unhireable at this point, I would say. and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Storyvine, and I'm the founder of a community here in Denver and online called the AI Salon, and then I host this. What else do I do? I don't know. Do a bunch of shit. In the mid-'90s, I started one of the early digital agencies. And I say that because in 1994, I had a big epiphany about the World Wide Web, about, holy crap, this changes everything. And I didn't think there'd be another time in my life where that happened again. And it did with this ChatGPT stuff, with the generative AI. And so all of this channel and my salon and, have been around pretty much since the beginning of that. And that's what we talk about. So if you have questions about generative AI, pop them in the comments below. You're free to troll me if you're creative about it. If you're not imaginative, just shut your mouth. The irregulars will take you down. Those are the people that are in here a lot. If you got a good troll me up. If you have questions, ask those. I'm trying to think what else. Actually, something that's been interesting in the past, 2-3 weeks, is there's been a lot more people in here. Instead of asking questions, they've been sharing experiences. Like, hey, I started talking about this at work, and all of a sudden I got invited into a meeting, and now I'm going to go meet with the big boss, things like that. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool stuff. So let's get started this way as well. If you are brand spanking new to this generative AI stuff, and you're annoyed by people like me and others that are like, have you tried ChatGPT? It's amazing. You should try ChatGPT. If you're really annoyed with those people, I agree. We're fucking annoying. I'm pathologically annoying at this point. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know how people in my life can stand me. But I'm not going to fucking stop talking about it. So, if you're one of those people who hasn't tried it yet, go there right now. Chat.openai.com. Just go there. Just go there and do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hey, zip it. Do it. I don't care if it's evil. I don't care if the robots are going to kill us. I don't care if this thing steals from artists. All that sort of stuff's true. Yep, great, perfect. Anyway, go there anyway. Go there anyway. Go there anyway. Well, what do I do there? Good, just go. It's just a little box, just like a Google box. Ask it anything. Can I input whole books? Yes, you can in Claude.ai. Claude.ai has a 100,000 token context window. That's that third one down there. Oh, Tark Alien, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wow, digging it. Got some music notes. Got a little, what is that, a paw? I can't see what that is. I think it's a paw and a hat. GG. Man, I'm getting all the goodies. This is awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, so you can input whole books. So Claude.ai has a 100,000 token context window, which means about 75,000 words. It's amazing. You're amazing, and so is what you're doing to benefit others. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your generosity, and I appreciate the kind words. Sometimes, as you can imagine, it feels like I'm sitting in my home office talking into a phone. Because that's what I'm doing. But there are people on the other side of it, and you know, we're actually hanging out. I'll talk about the salon here in a second. It was funny. I was at this networking event tonight here in Denver, and one of the guys that hosts it, he's the guy that owns the Mercury Lounge here in Denver, and I said something about doing a bunch of on AI, and he goes, "You're on TikTok a lot." I said, "Yeah, I know. I've been going live every night." He goes, "I know. I watch you." So you never fucking know, man. You never know. But I appreciate the kind words. Okay, so these four are what I call the adults table. These are the four to really pay attention to. They're not going away anytime soon. They're going to get more and more and more and more sophisticated. They are all quite powerful right now. They all have their quirks about them. You're supposed to talk into phones. I know. It's like phones are anything but phones these days, aren't they? It's like I saw that Apple just added a mode where you can basically just turn your phone into a phone again, where it basically just blocks all the apps and you put like 4 icons on it. It's like phone, text, you know, whatever it was, photos and music or something like that. So go to chat.openai.com if you haven't played with it. Bard, that's Google's entry. That's going to get dramatically better in the next month or so because they're going to release this new thing called Gemini, which is the engine that sits underneath it. Claude is already remarkable and a real competitor to ChatGPT. And it's got a 100,000 token context window. So again, that means 75,000 words. So you could take a 50,000 word novel, literally paste it into the prompt and start asking questions about it. I love your knowledge and inspiration, but really appreciate your entertainment value. Thank you, Techie Becky. I try to be a little entertaining. I try to make it not so fucking boring. This stuff is, you know what's funny about this tech stuff is technologists get seduced by the tech. And it's really easy to get seduced by the tech. But in the end, this is about people and artists and humans self-expressing. And these tools are amplifiers of that. And I think it's one of the big misconceptions about, you know, it's really what this channel's about. That this channel, I mean, listen, we get Pate comes in here and he works at Google on TPUs, and Sam Horn, who's in here, is a master fucking geek. If you're a super geek and you enjoy this shit, great. But you don't have to be that, and you don't have to be that with ChatGPT, which is the best. I'll get to that in a second. It's a large language model. What's happening, the shift that we're in the middle of right now, is all of the decades of work that these scientists and researchers and engineers have done with large language models, with ChatGPT and Bard and Claude and Bing and all of them. We get to just use our words. Just use our words. Just have our ideas. We share our words and ideas, and these things amplify that. It's fucking magic. Arthur C. Clarke, one of my favorite quotes, from Arthur C. Clarke is any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. These things are fucking magic. Missed some episodes. What's new? Hey, Corporate Digital. I'll show you what's new. We'll go look at ChatGPT with DALL-E inside it. I got access to DALL-E inside ChatGPT. Holy shit, is it amazing. And it makes images well, but what's amazing about it is the interaction, like how you interact with it is just magic. So anyway, I'll show you that. So go with these. The question about which one's best, if you were just going to use one, the only one I would recommend right now is ChatGPT, chat.openai.com. And I personally would pay the $20. I pay the $20 for their Plus model because the $20 gives you access to GPT-4. And even though Bing is built on top of GPT-4, it is not the same as OpenAI's ChatGPT. So you get GPT-4, you get Browse with Bing, so they reconnected it to the internet, so it's now connected to the internet again. You get advanced data analysis, which is fucking remarkable. You get plugins, which are, hit or miss, but there's some really cool ones. And you also are going to get, you may or may not have it now, DALL-E, which is the image generation within this thing. It'll also have the ability to read images. And then at some point here, you'll be able to talk to it and listen to it. I mean, this thing is getting really, really powerful. Bard is apparently going to do that. Claude just got $4 billion from Amazon. And if you want to do long documents or document analysis, Claude's really good. Bing is on this list because they have DALL-E 3, but their safety guardrails are a real pain in the ass. Hello. Every time I put like a celebrity reference for AI art, it doesn't look like them at all. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the getting one of the biggest things about all these generative image things right now is getting predictable results is still way more art than science. So just keep dicking around with it. You'll get it. That little thing at the bottom there, prompts.chat, that is just a primer to teach you how to talk to these things and give you some copy and paste prompts to start with. The kids table, as I like to call it, there's these three things. There's perplexity.ai in the middle, there's Pi at the top, and Poe at the bottom. So Pi is designed to be a conversational bot, a conversational, chat interface. It is horrible if you want to get work done. It is fucking brilliant if you want something to talk to that feels like a human. like a good human who listens and encourages you and talks with nuance and can explain things and is infinitely patient and infinitely knowledgeable. Go get the iOS app of Pi, search for Pi Personal Assistant, and there's a little green telephone icon in the search bar. Just hit the telephone icon and start talking to it. You'll see. It's just fucking weird. It's good weird. Perplexity lets you play with Meta's Llama 2 models. Winston, Llama 2, Winston, paging Winston, Llama. And I know I don't need to actually call you out on that because you're like a flipping machine with that thing. Can Claude AI do SOP? What's SOP again? I forget what SOP is. What's SOP again? Pop it in there. I can look it up. I don't want to look it up. I don't know. Seriously, Pi.ai is becoming a friend. I know. What did I do tonight? There was a CEO tonight. She runs an end of life technology thing for people that are in hospice and things like that. And she was talking about how people are like sharing their stories and things like that. I'm like, you got to try Pi. And so I popped it in Pi. I popped open Pi and I said, what did I say? I said something about I want help preparing because my mother's dying. My mother's actually dead, but But I was just saying it to Pi as an example. And Pi came back and went, no, 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 no. Is that true? Is that really true? It totally got like worked up that I said my mother was dying. It was just crazy. Yeah, so Pi's really interesting. Standard operating procedure. Oh, well, I don't know what you mean. Can it do standard operating procedure? Can it teach you about it? Does it know it? Or can it be really good at doing standard operating procedure across a series of tasks? All of these models still hallucinate, so it may or may not be able to. But you can certainly take SOP kind of documentations and pop it in there. You could take a big old, SOP document, pop it in there, and then start interacting with it. So it's worth experimenting with. That's a level deeper than I have any knowledge on. Okay, here's another one that's worth screenshotting. This is for the pretty pictures. DALL-E 3 is in Bing right now. So if you go to Bing, the chat, if you go to regular Bing and say, make me an image, if you go to Bing/create, if you use the Bing app, those are all DALL-E 3. And then it's also in ChatGPT, and I'll show that in a second here. Midjourney is, if you want high quality art, Midjourney's still the best for the art crowd. Ideogram, I don't know that I'm probably going to use again, but because I have access to DALL-E 3 in ChatGPT, it just hits different. But Ideogram's a really simple site. It does text in images. So all of the those are all DALL-E, but these are all Ideogram. So Ideogram's doing some pretty cool stuff, right? But it like all of them, they don't spell really good. Learning with two N's. But it occasionally gets it right. And then these are some of the ones that came out of DALL-E 3, out of ChatGPT. So, how did you get DALL-E 3? Retropunk one night after the live said, "Don't go to bed," and I guess he was on OpenAI's Discord, and one of the developers of DALL-E 3 said they were looking for alpha testers and put a Google form up, and so he said it was a couple of hours old. So I thought we missed it, but we both filled out the form, and within 10 minutes had access to DALL-E 3, and then they shut the form down. So I guess they got their alpha testers. Oh, where are we? Let's see. Welcome to Chat ADD. Ideogram. And then Firefly. So listen, if you work in a big company, or if you work for a company that cares about, say, lawsuits, Adobe's image models were not trained on copywritten material. So from a intellectual property standpoint, it's a safe choice. Because it's not been trained on copywritten materials, it's not as good. So the quality of the image generation within Firefly and within Photoshop Generative Fill is generally weak. It's generally kind of like DALL-E 2 level. It's a little better than that. I suppose it's between DALL-E 2 and Stable Diffusion 1.5, but it's getting better, and it's Adobe. They're gonna do it right, and the Photoshop Generative Fill is quite good. Pi must be better on iOS because won't converse on web or SMS. It's so funny. I got it into conversation mode once, and I haven't been able to do it since. I'm wondering if they killed it on the web. Pi.ai. Let me see if I can figure out how to put it in that mode. Let me close that. What? I don't want onboarding. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. So in the upper right-hand corner on the website is... Oh, wait, I'm not logged in. I wonder if that's part of it. So here's these voices.
Hey. Hey there, great to meet you. I'm Pi, your personal AI. My goal is to be useful, friendly, and fun. Ask me for advice, for answers, or let's talk about whatever's on your mind. How's your day going?
Blah, blah, blah. It can't hear me. Wait. Hello? Can you hear me now? No.
Hey there, great to meet you. I'm Pi, your personal AI. Hey there, great to meet you. I'm Pi, your personal AI. My goal is to be useful, friendly, and fun. Ask me for advice, for answers, or let's talk about whatever's on your mind. How's your day going?
Yeah, this used to put it into conversation mode. Yeah, I guess it's only on iOS. All right, well, it's only on iOS then. Okay, what else we got here? So those are those things, and then prompt book. That thing at the bottom there, openart.ai/prompt book. That's really good. It's like a 96-page document that will explain to you all of the shit that these things know. These things, like these image generation tools, similar to the word tools like ChatGPT, they just know a lot. They've been trained on a ridiculous amount of data. So those are good. These are the video ones. So video or other sorts of things. Runway ML will do text to video, image to video. HeyGen does synthesized bots, like with synthesized voice and animation. They also have this remarkable thing called Video Translate that will translate your voice into, I think it's a dozen other languages and resync your lips and everything. Really quite remarkable. Excuse me. By the way, we have a couple of pharma clients that want to do something. They're basically legal agreements on privacy are non-existent. They are a very not together company, so they got to get their shit together because they're going to get eaten alive by any big companies that want to use them. Blockade Labs is really interesting, text to 3D worlds, and then D-ID is also animated. Like talking faces, basically. Sherry Banks, you said Runway ML question mark. What's the question? What is it? I can show you. You want me to show you? How did you get DALL-E 3? Retropunk got us a form. I'll show it to you in a second here. It's really quite remarkable. One of their developers at OpenAI was looking for alpha testers and posted it to their Discord. So you should join the OpenAI Discord if you're interested in getting shit early. The one that has no legal stance right now. HeyGen is the one that they just don't have their shit together. I think Runway ML seems better funded. HeyGen, this video translate thing, I don't think they have a clue how big a product that is. I don't think they have a clue how big a product that is. They think that their little talking avatars are the thing. Nope, it's that tool. So anyway, they'll get it together, but like with all this stuff, it's a bit of a shit show right now. What was the links for prompts again? It is prompts.chat. Down at the bottom there. Blue G lady. Let's see what else. So these are just some resources. So the first two things here, futurepedia.io and there's an AI for that.com are both directories of AI tools. And then Ethan Mollick, David Shapiro, and Paul Raitzer are all, I strongly recommend following them. If you're not geeky, you're probably not going to enjoy David Shapiro, but I think what he talks about is actually really important. He can go super geeky, but he also does these sort of really high philosophical, like, what's the future of work look like? What is the fourth industrial revolution? His name there, 4IR. David Shapiro, that stands for Fourth Industrial Revolution. Wicked smart guy. If you are interested in the philosophy and the implications of this shit, the first two dudes, Ethan Mollick is just a baller, Wharton Business School professor, just putting out killer content, and David Shapiro. And then Paul Raitzer, the Marketing AI Institute, they have a weekly podcast that if you just want to keep up on what's going on in this world, they cover it really, really well. And he's just like a pragmatic thinker. Like I tend to resonate with what he says because he's really excited about this stuff. He's really bullish on it. And then he's like, yep, this is a problem. Or, yep, that thing's a piece of shit. Like he's got a similar sort of, he looks at the reality of what's going on. He's not too far bought in or not too far, demonizing it. This is a workshop that started Wednesday. There's 2 sessions left. I think you can buy individual sessions. The next session is about applying AI to work, but it kind of builds on the first session. So I don't know if it would be interesting, but if it is, you can go check it out, rhondasvoice.com. I'm doing that on another creator's platform with her community. So that kicked off. That was exciting. And then the final thing, in this little opening banter here, the Salon.ai, this is a community that I formed back in December. We have meetings every 2 weeks, and we have a Discord community where we can hang out. And so a lot of the people that are in here regularly have a little channel over there. And it's a really good group. You can ask questions, you can make Mid-Journey images, you can share stuff, and some good conversations going on. So what we're going to do here, people, what are we going to do? Eat the food. Eat the food. Oh, lucky. Is I'm going to go start looking at questions. We're going to start answering questions. Oh, I think people wanted to look at DALL-E 3 in ChatGPT. Will Apple buy Pi to replace Siri? Oh, I fucking hope so. Are they going to buy Pi? It's probably that's Kavruno. That's an interesting. I hadn't really thought about that. But Inflection, the company behind Pi, they want to make the world's best personal assistant, right? They want it to take action, and they just raised $1.3 billion, and they're putting like 950 million of that into a 22,000 GPU server farm to build their own foundational model. We are the irregulars. So they're a real serious player. And I'd be curious to know what they have up their sleeves. Change shirts. All right. Yeah, I got to do that. Well, I can just put on my jacket. Hang on. I just took it off because I was getting a little warm because I was a little worked up. I got the adrenaline flowing in here in the AI Learning Lab. It's so exciting in here. You know what I mean? It's so exciting. Oh, look at that. Fancy. Fancy. Now you can read shit. Hang on, I'll open my window so I'm not quite so hot. All right. Shirt changed. So Pi and Apple. If they've got some sneaky shit up their sleeves, like if Pi is really much better than what we're seeing right now, because Pi right now is fairly useless if you want to do things like work, but it's really good at the conversation stuff. If they make that autonomous in any way where it's able to take actions on your behalf, I think that's what Apple's going to be doing anyway. So what was Apple's research budget this year was $22.4 billion. And a lot of the increase in their research budget was for generative AI. So they're probably building the shit that Inflection's got going. But, Apple Pie is too cute. Luna Stick, good Lord. Someone else, I think it was Nancy, someone else in here said, what you should do, Kyle, is make wait for it. Make a yellow lab. It's the AI Learning Lab. That was really good. And Apple Pie is in a similar place. Apple should buy Pie, and they They should retire Siri, and they should name it Apple Pie. They really should. It's really good. Okay, irregulars, get your ass over to DALL-E 3, to Bing, or to wherever. We got to start a whole new Apple Pie meme. Apple Pie, and you can't spell it with the E, people. You show a pie, but you don't put the E in there. It's Apple Pie, because that's, and then you put TM Lunashtick. Tim Cook, get on this. Yeah, exactly. I think there's something there. I think that's a really, really good call. All right. Do you YouTube? I do not YouTube. Well, I've got a YouTube channel, so there is a YouTube channel. Oh, you can't see it for shit. Right up there at the tippy top. It's AI Learning Lab -TT for TikTok. Get it? TT, TikTok, huh? Always thinking like a steel trap. And right now, what's there are archives of these lives with descriptions and chapters and things like that created by Claude. So I'm taking like the 3-hour transcripts of these things, popping them into Claude, and then I've got kind of a master prompt that generates all that shit. That's been an interesting experience getting that stuff to actually work, because this AI stuff demos amazingly, and then when you actually go to do something, you're like, it's like 80% good. Oh man, but why do you ask if I YouTube? I don't know. I barely fucking TikTok. I mean, I do it a lot, but I'm not very good at it. I'm getting better. I have moderators now. Thank you, irregulars who moderate here. That helps a lot. So I've got a little bit of support. But I'm not a media operation. I'm running a company, right? I'm a CEO of a company, so AI can interact with apps or programs by telling them what they are and where to go and what to do. Oh, can it? You're asking? Right now they cannot. There are projects like LangChain and like AutoGPT and Baby AGI, and I don't know. There's another one called Open Interpreter. There's a handful of projects out there right now that can take action on your behalf. My late dog was named Archimedes because he was born on March 14th, and because I'm a huge nerd. That's awesome. Archimedes' screw is one of the coolest inventions in all of history. Water goes uphill. It's so cool. Apple pie is up. Nice. I like it. Apple pie. Oh, the one with the pie on it. Really good. I like it. Very solid. Very solid. Corporate digital. You wanted me to show you what's it called? ChatGPT. So we'll show you a couple of things in old ChatGPT. Flip over to, nope. I'm going to try one other thing. Settings and beta features, nothing new there. Okay. All right. So here we are at ChatGPT. So I've got ChatGPT Plus. That's the $20 a month. You get that little yellow button if you pay $20. But what you also get is all this shit. So look at this. Look how long that list is getting, people. How exciting is that? So you got default GPT-4, which is cool. They have brought back Browse with Bing. So let's just do a quick Browse with Bing, and I'll do a... What are some local sports activities going on in Denver this weekend? And it says browsing. Finish browsing. Various sports. There's Snow Shape Winter Fitness Event at Red Rocks Amphitheater. I'm good, thanks. Broncos at the Jets, right? So it's connected to the internet now. So all of that thing where everyone's like, it only knows up to September 2022. With Browse with Bing, it doesn't. You could also sort of hack this with plugins before, but Browse with Bing is back, so that's good. You've also got advanced data analysis and plugins, but DALL-E 3, this is the one we all want to play with. So this one's really cool. So you go into DALL-E 3 mode, and it's just like normal ChatGPT. But I'll do something. I did this after. I did a TikTok video on this. This is the latest video on my channel is some version of this. You're a world famous tattoo artist and graphic designer, and I want you to help me design some exciting new t-shirt lines, period. I don't have any ideas other than wanting to start making graphics, period. Can you give me 5 concepts that would make great t-shirts? I'll just leave it there. We'll see what it comes back with. Of course, here are 5 t-shirt design concepts. 1, celestial bodies and mythology. It's slow tonight. I'm going to stop it too. Let's see. Those are okay, but they're a little cliche, period. I want them to be super original. And I also want you to put a text saying on each shirt, as well as describe the style. All right, let's see what this does. This should be better. All right, let's get creative. Bonsai cityscape, a miniature cityscape intricately growing out of a bonsai tree. Love that. That's great. So there's the design, style, detailed ink illustration, text, nature's metropolis, right? So the first thing that strikes me about DALL-E 3 inside of ChatGPT is that you don't have to have an idea. You can lean on ChatGPT to help you brainstorm. And then if and when it comes up with something interesting, then you can make it into images. So let's see. Soundwave stories, quantum playground. My God, this is slow tonight. It's slow, people. It's slow. You know what it is? All you freaks are like, I want to go on ChatGPT and I want to make all the pretty pictures. Let me make pictures. By the way, if you don't have access to DALL-E 3 within ChatGPT, some people do that didn't even fill out the form. So they're just kind of rolling it out intermittently, it seems like. But Bing and Bing.com/create are also DALL-E 3. It's not quite as good as this experience because you can do multiple aspect ratios here, and Bing seems to still be locked down to square images. But it's DALL-E 3, and it's actually really good. Okay, would you like visual representations of these concepts? Let's just say yes. I'm going to say pick the 4 that you think are the best and give me an incredible t-shirt design for each. Now watch what this does. So it says, so it pops it open like a plugin, and then it starts writing a prompt. Photo design of a detailed ink illustration featuring a miniature cityscape intricately growing out of a bonsai tree, skyscrapers, and townhouses. So it writes the first prompt. Now it's writing the second prompt. Then it'll write the third and the fourth. This is normally faster than this, so I don't know how long it's going to take to render these images. But the little spinny wheel there, that's it off generating the images. And so it goes and does it. And then you can tell it to make them portrait, landscape, super skinny, You can say, I like the contents, but I don't like the style, or vice versa. Keep the style, but change the contents. It does text. It does text. When it gets it right, it's better than ideogram. And I would say it gets it right about as much as ideogram. Maybe a little bit more. I think DALL-E 3's maybe 50%. Nah, it's maybe 35% of the time you'll get mostly what you want with DALL-E 3, and maybe 15 or 20% of the time with ideogram, and maybe 1% of the time with Midjourney. Has it done it? Did we get all 4? Oh, we did. So isn't that cool? So you get your little prompt that it did here. So, and then there's your image. That's absolutely Nature's Metropolis. That's absolutely a t-shirt. Like, you could just upscale that in one of those upscaling programs. That would be a kick-ass t-shirt. That's kind of cool. Kind of like the early 2000s combined with the 70s. Beyond the microscopic, slightly misspelled, but pretty close. Close enough that you can certainly Photoshop it, right? That's cute. Every shadow has a tail. Huh. I have no fucking idea what that means, but it's kind of cool. So let's say, I really like number 1, period. It's surreal and reminds me a bit of MC Escher. Can you create 4 different subject matters, but keep the style of that design, period? And so, if you've ever worked with an art director or a designer, this is the experience, right? I don't have to know what are the commands I need to type into Midjourney. I don't have to know --AR 16:9. And if you do 16-9 or just 16:9, it doesn't work, and it doesn't tell you why. Like all of the fact that these things, it's writing its own prompts based on my creative direction. This is where these tools go, right? This is where copy generation goes. This is where picture generation goes. This is where video generation goes. This is where music generation goes. This is where animation, 3D model, worlds, games, computer programs, business strategies, project plans, all of it goes to this place. And so, what does that mean? What are we supposed to learn? You're going to need to use your fucking brain. As opposed to, oh, those are fucking cool. As opposed to, I mean, god damn. I mean, I remember being a kid. I remember being at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and the t-shirt makers were all, up and down the boardwalk. And I remember seeing some of the art on those t-shirts and just marveling. And I still marvel at illustrators that can do this. And that specialty is being democratized. It's amazing. Look at that fucking thing. That's like a combination of Falling Waters, Frank Lloyd Wright's house, and the MC Escher, Infinite Staircase thing. That's fucking remarkable. Fluid foundations. Amazing. Nature's Timekeeper. Very cool. I don't know what that is. Huh. Amazing, right? So, what do we do with this? What do we do with this newfound knowledge, with these infinite, the infinite ability to personalize our lives and express ourselves? I was thinking about that tonight. My company Storyvine, it exists because I believe that everyone's got a story to tell, and telling your story well is actually really hard because it's kind of a lost art. And social media has made that worse in a lot of ways. Even though people are putting themselves out there, they're not necessarily telling their stories. And I was thinking about it a lot tonight. I'm like, with all this AI stuff, is telling your story, still the kind of mission that I want to be on. I mean, I still believe passionately about it, but what hit me tonight is I think that everyone wants to be fully expressed. Like, everyone wants to feel confident enough to express who they are and what they want. And we're all going to have access to these tools in a relatively short amount of time. Like, over the next 5 years, these things are going to get ubiquitous and they're going to get incredibly powerful. And every single person, no matter where they are, what they're interested in, are going to have tools to express themselves in ways we can't even imagine right now. Like, that to me feels like, I don't know. That to me feels like just the deepest, most profound thing. Yeah. I mean, I think that's why I'm here. Whoa, my whole thing is the importance of storytelling and why I'm a writer. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Storyvine, that's the whole point of Storyvine is sharing story. We should make it easy for people to share stories, and it's not easy to do it well. And I think that's shifting. I think with these tools, it's not just our story, it's what we want to put in the world, it's what we want to invent, it's what we want to... Like, not everyone is an amazing writer, not everyone's an amazing illustrator, not everyone's an amazing coder. But we're going to be. Everyone is going to have access to all the tools. The democratization of specialization. That's what's happening. So if you're a specialist, that's why this feels so fucking existential, because it is. If you've spent 30 years doing one thing, boom, law, creative writing, illustrating this particular style, this particular kind of research, this particular kind of data analysis, and you're the fucking best at it. All of a sudden, that specialty is going to be given to a lot more people who haven't put in 30 years, haven't put in 10 years, maybe haven't put in 10 days. And they're going to be able to do it to some percentage of what you can do it. Now, will it be as good as yours, like up to 100%? Probably not. But if you're one person that can do your thing, and all of a sudden there's 1,000 people that can do it 80% as well, what does that do to the world? I mean, I know it fucks with you as an individual, but you're leveling up the whole world to do all that stuff. I had ChatGPT create questions to have my 80-year-old mom answer to document her life story. Yeah, that one's fucking brilliant. And I don't know if so we can do this with I don't have access to the talky ChatGPT yet. The ChatGPT app doesn't talk for me yet. But a combination of what's it called? The system instructions, the custom instructions in ChatGPT and the talkie mode. You could write a set of custom instructions, Jim, where you put it into talkie mode and it interviews your mother. And every one of those chats is captured. And you could just say, I want you to ask her about, a single story in her life and once a day for the next, 60 days. And so every day there's a conversation with her and this chatbot where the chatbot is just interviewing her, pulling this story out. People have been asking to see custom instructions, please. Okay. Custom instructions are really quite powerful. They're a little hard to get your head around, but everyone has access to them. So I'll even do it in GPT 3.5. Let me flip over here. So we're in GPT 3.5. I'm doing this partially because GPT 3.5 is fast and GPT 4 is really slow tonight. Okay, so when you're in ChatGPT, so if I'm just in here and I say, let's see, what am I going to ask about? I got one. What is the average speed of an unladen swallow? Gen Xers will get that. You younger folks will not. All right, so it just answers you, right? Okay. What you can do with custom instructions is you can tell ChatGPT to act a certain way, to act as a certain kind of person and respond in a certain kind of way when people talk to you. So you go to your settings, or you go to your name, you click on your name, and that's where settings are, but then there's this thing called custom instructions. So we go to custom instructions, and then right now I've got them turned off, but I'm going to turn them on, and I'll read them to you because I did these, I don't know, last night or the night before, and I just like what they do because they do something visual. So I'm a creative director that has a passion for structure and clarity. I can synthesize big concepts into very simple metaphors that people can understand, right? So that's who ChatGPT is going to start acting like. Now, you can get ridiculous with this. I had a joke one in here before about you're a pompous ass that uses words so big that even you don't know what they understand, right? And I had it respond in these really pompous kind of ways. So you can sort of set it up as a personality, and it really does work. And then you can say, how do you want ChatGPT to respond? So what I wrote here was, when someone asks a question, respond following these rules. Mirror back what you think you heard. Answer with a non-obvious innovative idea to help clarify, to help clearly answer the question. When you answer, include a metaphor that is visual and will make your idea easy to remember. Follow your idea with 5 bullet points of 7 to 10 words to support your idea. And finally, create a table formatted in Markdown. I'll explain that in a second. That compares your idea with the traditional way of thinking, okay? So every time we ask this thing something, it should give us some kind of cool answer and some sort of innovative thing and a metaphor and a table comparing shit, okay? That's what it should do. So we'll save this. We're going to create a new chat. And then let me go copy that exact prompt. What is the average speed? What is the average speed of an unladen swallow? African or European? And so I'm going to pop this in here. There's your bullet points. There's your table. So imagine this. I mean, you could put in those custom instructions. Here's, I'm an executive at this company. My company does X, Y, and Z. Most of what I'm going to use you for is to write responses to emails. So when someone gives you an email, respond using this example, and you could paste an example of your writing in there. And then every time you use ChatGPT to process an email, it will sound like you. Now, one of the drags about custom instructions is there's only one, right? So if you want to save multiple of them, like dozens of them, like I think would make sense. You could have silly ones and serious ones and work ones and play ones. You're going to have to do that. Just like your prompt library, you're going to have to do that outside of ChatGPT. That's because all these tools are janky pieces of shit, as we all know, and what we talk about in here. But isn't that wild? So let's see, Mira, you're asking about the average speed of an unladen swallow. Innovative idea with a metaphor. Calculating the average speed of an unladen swallow is like trying to measure the speed of a leaf in the wind. Instead of pursuing an impossible task, let's focus on finding a practical solution. Supporting points. Unladen swallows have varying speeds. Measuring their speed accurately is challenging. We can explore related bird migration patterns. Consider analyzing the birds, right? And then here's the table. Feasibility. Innovative approach. Focus on practical solutions. Traditional approach. Attempting to measure the unladen swallow's speed. They're not necessarily good. This is GPT 3.5. But it followed our instructions. So that's custom instructions. Pretty crazy. And it'll do that in all what you call it. So let's go to DALL-E 3 mode in GPT-4. And I'll say I want to come up with non-traditional graphics for t-shirts. Wait, what's going on? I want to come up with non-traditional graphics for t-shirts and don't know where to start. What should I do? What I heard. You're seeking innovative ideas for non-traditional designs. Considering evolving art t-shirts. Consider evolving art t-shirts instead of static designs. Imagine t-shirts that tell a story through a sequence of graphics. Each shirt represents a chapter or phase, and when lined up, they narrate an evolving tale. That's actually pretty fucking cool. Think of it like a comic strip. Each t-shirt is a panel. When worn sequentially, they unfold a captivating storyline. It's actually a really good idea. And so you know what we're going to do now, don't you? All right, here's our table. Evolving t-shirts. Traditional t-shirt graphics. Design philosophy. Here you go, Luna Shtick. Story-driven evolving. Story-driven t-shirts. That's actually really cool. God, look how slow it is tonight. It's just. You know what's funny? This reminds me of in the early days of when I was first learning personal computers. We had dial-up modems, and my friend Scott Buchart had a 300 baud modem, and it used to be this slow. Like this is what it looked like when you called another computer. It would type about this fast. And then when you got a 1200 baud, it would go fast enough you couldn't quite keep up with it. All right, so now I'm going to say, I love that idea. Please come up with 5 brief concepts for 4-panel story series. Oh, I don't want the whole thing. All right, no, let's stop. Let's screw that. All right, just write a story and show me the 4 t-shirt designs for a series of 4. Now, this should fire off DALL-E 3. Yep. Yay! It worked. I've had trouble moving tables or charts from ChatGPT to Word. Okay, I'll show you how to do that, Cam Catkin. Cam Catkin, trying to figure out how to get the old what you call it? Tables. Tables are a pain in the ass. There's a non-obvious way to do it, and I will teach you that. Look, I'm all Storyvine branded. Got the dirty Storyvine hat, the Storyvine jacket, huh? All right, let's see if this makes us pretty pitches. Pitches. All right, let's read what it said. Photo t-shirt design showing the first stage of a seedling sprouting from the earth with morning dew surrounding it. Showcasing a young plant reaching toward the sun, symbolizing growth. Oh, there we go. Look. Wow, that's actually quite remarkable. It kind of missed it on that last one, but actually the last 2 are not quite right. But so there's the little baby. Now it's growing. Now it's flourishing. Now it's dying. I mean, the trick would be do it all in the same, make it the same plant, but still. It came up with that it's funny. Like the thing about people like, wow, but ChatGPT can't be creative. Well, it just fucking was. I didn't have an idea to come up with a storytelling series of t-shirts. I said, I don't want a boring t-shirt company. And it said, here's a concept. And now with this ChatGPT DALL-E integration, what was that? 2 minutes of intellectual input? And what is this? At least 8 hours of traditional, if you wanted to create these images, it would be more than 8 hours. If you wanted to go find images like this on stock, that's an 8-hour job. Finding it, photoshopping it, licensing it, buying yet another subscription to a stock photo place, right? All right, let's show Cam Catkin what she needs to know about tables. So the thing about tables is you basically just need to copy them within what's it called? Within here. What is this? Within ChatGPT, you just kind of highlight it like this, and then there's two ways that you can paste it. So let me copy it, and let me go to numbers. So I'm going to pop open a blank spreadsheet. So if I just go in the first column, I think I did it down here. Wait, what's my table here? Yeah. So we'll go here, and I'm going to hit paste. So it pastes it all in one cell. But if oh wait, hang on. Oh, that didn't do it too bad. Well, anyway, it worked there. But you can also do a thing where you hit Command Option Shift Paste, and then it inherits the style sheet of the document you're pasting into. So if you just hit paste, it kind of does whatever the fuck it wants to do. But if you hit Command Option Shift Paste on a Mac anyway, then it matches the design, the whatever the style is that you're pasting into. So hopefully that helps. The other thing that I do a lot on ChatGPT is I'll just fucking screenshot it. So like if I want that table somewhere, like if I don't need to edit it, I'll just do Command Shift 5 and throw a little lasso around it and go bang. And then I'll go to, do I have anything I can paste into? Yeah. I can do this. Oops. Yeah. And I do Command New. And there's my image, right? And if I zoom in on it, it's just, text. It's just pixels. So those are the two ways that I get shit out of there. But it's a pain in the ass to get stuff out of there. So hopefully that helps. The smell of t-shirt press brings me back to mall days. Exactly, right? Right, Sherry Banks? When I've been doing these t-shirts, I'm consulting with someone right now who's putting together some print on demand stuff. And it's totally bringing me back to all those smells of those t-shirt shops in the 70s and 80s, man. That was like when they didn't have any regulations about chemicals. That was some nasty fucking chemicals. They would melt into your t-shirts. All right. Within your prompt, you mentioned an artist as reference, language that is informed about art styles. Language that is informed about art styles. I don't quite know what you're saying there, Barbara B60, but yeah. So there's a couple of things. A number of my artist friends are trying to figure out where their boundaries of ethics are. And one of my good buddies from the AI Salon, a guy named Kenny Friedman, really brilliant creative director. If you need a good creative director, let me know. I'll hook you up. And he does really amazing work and really amazing AI art. And he's kind of drawn a line in the sand for himself where he won't use the name of other artists. What he tries to do is describe the prompt in such a way so that he can get the look and feel that he wants if it's of a particular artist, but he doesn't use the artist's name. I think it's an interesting way to deal with the dilemma of, hey, these things were trained on lots of people's work. But if you're using someone like MC Escher, I know MC Escher has an estate, but he also has, he's got so much work out in the world that lots of his images are in these models. So it's a shortcut to getting the kind of work you want. But even with that, the way that ChatGPT is working now, where it's writing its own prompts, it may call for someone's. I think they've got the safety guardrails on ChatGPT right now are such that I don't think it uses specific artist names. I think they've done that on purpose. But it's a really interesting point, and it's something that you can choose to do or not do. That's the AI Learning Lab. Blah 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 blah. Can you do prompt variations on an image you like? Yes, you can. In fact, let's go do that. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Let's go learn that one together. So if I click here, okay, so I can go over here and I can get the prompt. So here's what we're going to do. So it did these in different styles for one thing. And then this started as like a plant, went to a plant, then went to just this bizarre flower that seems like it doesn't resemble that one. So I think the way I would modify this prompt is I would say, let's just go with, let's say we like the style of number 4, but we want all 4 of these to be the same kind of plant. So while I like these images and they do tell a story, comma, I want the 4 of them to be the same kind of plant, period. I really like the plant and style of number 4. Can you redo the 4 images so that they're all the same plant in the same style at different stages? So I think you could, is it doing it? I think you could go copy and paste the prompt out of that, out of the interface and just paste it into your prompt and modify it. But I think you could also just give it art direction like I just did. Let's see how well it follows this art direction. I mean, the thing about this is, as remarkable as this is still alpha. Like, they're still figuring out. Like, it's gotten a bit more predictable since I've been using it. I've only had this for 2 days. So it's evolving as I'm using it. Is it still going? Yeah, it's still going. So you are drawing with words, but it goes nowhere without intellect. That's correct, Barbara B60. That's what I'm saying. The most important ingredient in all of these things is human intention. What are you trying to do? How are you trying to express yourself? Did it do it? Oh, it did it. Sort of. Well, no, it didn't, did it? It kept everything the way it was. Okay, I'm gonna tell it. Either I didn't explain myself well, or you didn't follow my instructions, period. But I like the dandelion kind of flower of the last t-shirt, period. And each of your 4 t-shirts have a completely different plant. Can you have all 4 be the same dandelion plant, but at different stages of life? And please follow the style of the dandelion shirt. Right now, the other shirts are completely different styles. So again, if you're working with an art director, sometimes you give them what you think are really clear instructions and they come back and completely ignored you. This is exactly like life. But yeah, Barbara, critical thinking and human intention are everything. And I think go up in value moving forward. The tactical execution is just going to happen. And what's going to set talented people apart from non-talented people is their capacity to imagine and ask for what these things can do in a way that serves their purpose or serves other people, or right, creates a better spreadsheet, creates a better formula, creates a better computer application, creates a better image, creates a better song. How do they do that? And then once it creates it, then what's their role? Their role might be to curate and refine. And maybe they're using AI for a lot of that, but maybe they're using traditional tools for a lot of that. So we as humans are ultimately the ones that get to say, this goes out to the world, that doesn't. That's the art. The art is not in the pushing of the pixel, because these tools are going to do that. The art is in, all right, which of these acceptable images is the one I like? Well, I like this one. I really don't like that one. Someone else probably loves that one. This looks somewhere between photographic and not photographic to me. I'm like, make up your mind. But it's cool. Someone else may love that one. That's the human piece. Would it be good to put the prompt you used in the alt image tag? I'm pretty sure that these images keep that metadata. Let me save image as. Oh no, they don't. They've got their hashtag. They've got a unique hash of that original image, but they don't have, like, Stable Diffusion and Midjourney keep some of the metadata in the image itself. It would be a good idea to do that. So it didn't quite understand the exercise, but it got these two right. Well, no, it got this right. Like, that's the right number 3. But this is not the baby dandelion, and these are both old dandelions, right? So it just got this wrong. So, what I would probably do at this point is, okay, it gave me the concept. Let me just go single design by single design, right? Have it give me the broad concepts, and like there's a point of diminishing return where you just can't. If it's just not getting it, you could spend the next hour just trying to prompt it. That's what I swear to God, I burned 20 hours, 30 hours trying to get Claude to make my YouTube descriptions for this channel from the big long transcripts. It's a mess. Sometimes you just have to, fake it. In ChatGPT, just tell it to leave off the numbers and then make a table. Yeah. Are you pasting the table into Excel? I was pasting it into Sheets. That's exactly the same problem I had with Turtle Army images. Yep. Yeah, no wonder we are special. Sniffing pens. I screenshot too, but then the images need alt image tags. Yeah, I know. Listen, this is the deal, Cam Catkin, is like, we go back to our little inside joke here of, all these tools are janky pieces of shit. They're all janky pieces of shit right now. They'll get better. They'll have export options. And what you can also do, Cam, is if you use Code Interpreter, if you use advanced data analysis, it can generate Excel files. You just tell it to generate a downloadable Excel file, and it will. So pop your data in there, or have it generate a table, and then say, generate this table as an Excel file, and it will generate it, and you just click on the link, and it'll download it to your computer, and it's an Excel file. I did that. I created like a 7 worksheet Excel file out of data from a single CSV in Code Interpreter. It's pretty slick. Also, Excel can import data from an image. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that true, Rich? 14370? That's pretty cool. I was saying that all art will only be as good as your intellect. Yeah, although That's an interesting one. I don't think we know yet, Barbara. The speed with which these tools are improving, I think they're going to improve beyond our capabilities pretty quickly, like within 5 years. And I think on things, subjective things like art and creativity and things like that, I think there's going to be systems where you can just give it a topic and it will just do everything. It'll write a creative brief. It'll write marketing strategies. It'll write copy. It'll generate images. It'll generate audio branding. It'll generate logos, right? I think we're going to see systems that just do that. Mall smells should be series of scratch and sniffs. That's a great idea. Scratch and sniffs were the best. Except there was wasn't pizza the one that always just made you almost vomit? Smell the pizza one. All right, what time is it? I think that's getting late for me. A few more questions. A few more questions. Is this helping tonight? Is this good? Is everything good? Is everybody good tonight? Tell me what's happening. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? You janky pieces of shit. Today was a weird day for me. It's been a weird couple of days. How's everybody doing? Let me scroll to the bottom and see how people are doing. What are y'all doing? Yeah, pizza one was gross. Oh, thank you for the dog butt. I loves me a good dog butt. Dog butts is cute. Mall smells. I had a call with CPS today. Not a great day, but I think it was a false report. Oh, that sucks. That sucks bad. Sorry about that, Thelonious. Who will be our heroes? Well, I think we become our heroes. I just don't know that it's going to require our intellect to do good work. I think what it's going to require from us is, why are we doing the work? And who are we doing the work for? And what do we want the work to do? So I guess that's intellect. I think that's right. Maybe the word rather than intellect is intentionality. That what these tools are going to require from us is our intentions. Because I don't think they will have intentions. They might have imperatives where we say we want you to get stronger or better or faster. But it's our intentions that are steering these things. And I think it's going to be our intentions for quite a while. Madcap, you are the shit, Kyle. Thank you so much for sharing with us every night. Oh, thank you very much, Madcap. I appreciate that. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. I had the best day ever. So much kindness, love, gratitude, learning. Thanks, all. Oh, that's really sweet, Hair Growth Geek. Congratulations. Those are rare days. That's really amazing. Good for you. See, I like that. That's the other thing here. Like, let's not be assholes to each other. As a wild concept. Let's just be nice. Recognize people are going through shit. Sometimes if people act a certain way, it's because of fear. It's because they had a shitty day. They had a shitty life. They just stubbed their toe. We never know, you know? Did you talk about Google AI phones? I didn't. I didn't pay super close attention to the thing, but the new Google 8 Pro has all sorts of AI fix-it things. Like, the coolest one that I saw is you can take a series of group photos. So, let's say you got 4 people in a group photo. It will isolate all the faces and let you choose the best face of each of the people, and then recompose the image with the best faces for each person, so you don't have someone with their eyes closed. I thought that was pretty brilliant. You can grab objects and remove them or move them. You can, like, if you've got like a photo of a tent and a photo of people and there's too much space between them, you can just grab the tent and slide it over. It's gonna get fucking trippy. I saw a client use sign language to communicate. Can't wait for AI to help. William, that's gonna be so here. I mean, ChatGPT is about to get vision, right? And then once it's got vision, right now it's vision of an image, but pretty soon it's going to be vision of a video feed. And pretty soon that's going to be in your ChatGPT app. And so you're communicating with a deaf person and they're going to sign. It's going to translate for you. You're going to talk back to it. And then I suppose it'll make words on the screen, that they can see. It's going to be amazing. Crazy. Or the worst fakes. Yeah, it's going to be that too. 2024 is going to be insane for the fakes. The fakes are they're already starting, right? Have you noticed? There was like the porn one, and then there was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is making a commercial for a bank, and he had to put out a statement going, "That's not me. I didn't put out a thing." And then we're going to have politicians going, "That photo of me French kissing that dog behind the alley wasn't really me French kissing a dog behind an alley," but it was. But now because of AI, I can deny it. It's just going to be fucking crazy. It's going to be crazy, people. It's going to be crazy. You own those children. The state has no authority over that. Oh, man alive. I took a picture of a menu today and asked ChatGPT to identify the healthy options. It did a pretty good job. That's a great idea. Cool. I can mix all the faces of my ex-husbands. No, I only have one ex-husband. Yeah, you can just grab his face and just drag it off screen. Actually, yeah, the Google Pixel will be the new version of sort of ripping someone out of the photos. You just grab them, slide them off screen. That's great. Slide the new boyfriend on. That's great. How are you guys uploading pictures to ChatGPT? I'm not right now. I don't have access to that tool. The images that I showed there are being generated within ChatGPT with the DALL-E function, but not everyone has that yet. Just be patient, McGarrett. What I'm guessing is that November 6th is OpenAI's big developer. So the first part of November, mark your calendars, kids, if you want to geek out. November 1st, Microsoft is launching Copilot, so ChatGPT within all of Office 365 is launching November 1st. November 6th is the OpenAI developer conference. So I think OpenAI is probably trying to roll these features out in anticipation of that November 6th deadline. So I would assume that most people are going to get, most Plus members will get most of this functionality over the course of October. Who knows what they're going to announce in November? And then sometime in that time, I'm guessing sometime right before November 1st or right in the November 1st area, Google's going to release Gemini. And Gemini is supposed to be better than ChatGPT 4. So all of these guys are kind of vying for attention right now. So the next month, just be patient, and we're gonna get some cool shit in our toys. So Bing has a tool, I think. I don't know what that's in reference to. Not enough. What did that say? Not enough blood and sacrifice by Kyle to the Altman altar. Listen, Sam's gonna fuck up here at some point. I mean, listen, the fact that they pulled Browse with Bing for 4 months or 3 months or whatever it was, that was a pretty decent fuck up. The fact that Google cut $100 million deal with the New York Times while OpenAI was negotiating with them, and I heard that negotiation wasn't going well. So Sam Altman, he ain't walking on water. And listen, Pate, if Gemini is even as good as GPT-4, that's going to be a major fucking headache for OpenAI. I mean, the thing about OpenAI is they've got Microsoft incorporating it into everything, so I don't think they're going anywhere. But we'll see. I mean, this is just fascinating times. I mean, I listen. I'm impressed with what Altman has done at this point. I'm impressed with his self-awareness and his awareness of his company's responsibility for this stuff. Whether or not he can cash that check is a totally different thing, you know. And is that all PR spin? I don't sense that. I sense that he's authentic, but we'll see. Meta's working with Microsoft now. Yeah, the one of the things they just released you could play with on Microsoft or vice versa. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Microsoft's kind of hedging their bets on OpenAI. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Good deal. I've seen and heard some horror stories. I don't know on what, but I think you guys are talking to each other. I hear Altman, and for a second confused him with Bankman. Oh, Jesus. Sam Bankman-Fried? That's terrifying. I don't get that sense from Altman, oddly enough. Sam Bankman-Fried, I couldn't listen to the guy talk. It's like the CEO of Midjourney skeeves me the fuck out. He reminds me of Bankman. Sam Altman doesn't. I mean, Sam Altman definitely seems like a product of San Francisco's, Silicon Valley scene, for sure. Unapologetically over-intelligent. It's like, but I don't know. He seems way more self-aware than most of those other numbnuts from that part of the country. I was hooked on Claude for a while, but ever since ChatGPT brought the code interpreter analysis out for everyone, I've been stuck there. Yeah, it's funny. They're kind of different things for me. Like, Claude for me is, I got a big long document, or it's just like some big long thing I don't want to read. I just immediately go to Claude because I know it won't choke on it. And then if it's actual data analysis, I go to Advanced Code Interpreter. And then if that fails or is too much of a pain in the ass, then I'll go to Claude to see if it can do something different. And I've had Claude succeed there, and I've had it fail there. So it's, again, all the tools right now, it's all about experimenting. So, all right, everybody, listen. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I know it was a bit of a short session tonight, but I got to go. Let me do a little romper room roundup here. We got Kavruno. We got Rich, 14370. Thanks for contributing. Thelonious, I hope things work out. Pate, as always, thank you. I appreciate it. Joker, you're always joking, Joker. Why don't you be serious for once and stop joking all the time? It's like, what is your name, Joker? What's that? Well, one of the comedians got pulled over. He was telling the story of getting pulled over, and the cop walked up. What are you, a comedian? He was like, how do I answer this? Oh, man. Fantastic. Digital Gods, thank you very much. Who else is in here? Silver Fox, good to see you. Dr. J, JRC. Got the irregulars in here. Firefly. Arizona Mama, you've been in here before. Welcome. Kim Katkin from Cleveland. All right. Have a good rest of the evening, everybody. Tomorrow's Friday. Hey, you know what we're going to do Friday night? Date night? No. We're coming to the AI Learning Lab. Dear Internet, thank you for all your efforts. You are quite welcome, dear Internet. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.